Hi, and welcome to Hump Day Wednesdays with Nicholas. This is the third week of the GBC, and you've already heard Monday and Tuesdays. So, you've probably already figured out that this week's theme is stigmas in the homosexual community. So I want to talk about my stigma that I live with every day. One that I experience on a daily basis, and one that I've had to fight through. It's stigma of being gay in the military. Now, I know not everyone who watches this is in the military, and I know that some of you are in the military, some of you aren't. Some people have friends who are gay who are in the military, so forth and so forth. So, in honor of being gay in the military, I thought I'd wear my dog tags today, just because my uniform is in the washer right now. So, dog tags it is. Um, when I joined the military, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was still in effect. So that means I wasn't allowed to say I'm gay. I wasn't allowed to tell someone that I was gay if they asked. And if someone found out that I was gay, then I'd be kicked out of the military. Well, luckily, I was only in the military for like a year before that happened, before the repeal happened, and then Don't Ask, Don't Tell was gone. But for the first like 6 months leading up to the repeal, like the environment that I live in, which is pretty much just like a desk job, sit behind a computer, do nothing really, and stare at a green light, waiting for it to turn red. Um, so exciting. Nobody really cared if I was gay. Like, there wasn't the, oh, you're a mechanic, so you have to be a man's man, so you can't be gay. Like, I know a lot of gay guys in the military that are mechanics or work on the flight line or, do some sort of hands on, down, grit, and dirty job. And the stigma that homosexuals, at least for me, in the military have had to overcome was I'm gay, I'm flamboyant, I'm too much like a woman, and that means that I can't do the job as well as a man, a straight man, put it that way. Um, so I want to give you a actual scenario that happened. I won't use the person's name because they requested that I not use their name just because of the environment that I work in. So I have this tech sergeant at work, which, for those of you who don't know, is an E6. And I, at the time, was an A1C, which is an E3 in the Air Force. And we are both from Texas. So we were both raised in the Bible Belt, both had this thought and idea that, uh, like I told you from my coming out video, that being gay was wrong. So he grew up thinking being gay is wrong, and that if you're a gay, you are not equal to those that are straight. And so when he found out about the repeal, he was like, oh, it's never going to work. They're not going to be able to get the job done. They're going to be a nuisance. They're going to be a distraction for all the other workers on shift. And I came in there and was proud that I was gay. I made rainbow cupcakes for work. I mean, who makes rainbow cupcakes? This guy. So I was definitely that stereotypical, oh my gosh, I love baking, I'm happy all the time, I'm joyous, yada, 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 this, that, and the other. I never actually said I was gay, never said I was talking to a guy, or had sex with a guy, or was dating a guy, or any of that. But I did, like, I guess, act a little bit more flamboyant than others. I sat with my legs crossed, I used a lot of hand motions, um, but I was still respectful and professional at work in my uniform. And that's one of the things that he was worried about gays being in the military, was that they were going to disrupt the professionalism and the organization of work. So over the next year or so, I worked my ass off. I did better at my job than everybody else. I trained people, and I was an E3 in a certain position, in charge of E4s, E5s, and a couple little E6s. and I was in charge of all of them as an E3, just because I knew my job, I knew how to do it, and I worked hard for it. And I showed him that it doesn't matter gay, straight, bi, man, woman, whatever, that if you have the drive to do something, you have the passion to do it, and you work hard for it, you can get anything done and you can overcome anything you wish. So, my advice to you, for those of you that are in the military and that are gay, I do understand that there are certain instances where it's probably not yet accepted to be a gay man in your career field, whether it be infantry or mechanics or working on the flight line or be a fireman or being a police officer. You know, those types of careers might not be as accepting for a gay man. But when it comes to like a desk job or paper pusher or computer worker, something that where you're behind a desk most of the day, it's going to be a little bit more laid back and respectful. No one's going to really care because it's easier for you to get your job done. So what I say to you, for those of you that do work on in those harder career fields, is to not let it get you down. Be yourself. And when the time is right, come out to your shop, which it may never will be. And that's okay. You know, we all live in our own worlds. Like I said in last week's video, you do what you want when you're ready to. You come out when you want, when you're ready to. For those of you that, you know, work in the career fields like I do, generally speaking, the people in those career fields are more accepting and are less harsh and less they have less expectations for you to act as a homosexual male as opposed to a straight male. They don't really care. And then for those of you that are civilians and don't work in the military, if you are in a job where, you know, there's that stigma of you need to be a manly man and rough and tough and strong and big and rah, 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 you know, that's okay. You can be that and you can be gay at the same time. You just have to prove it. Does that make sense? You have to work hard. You have to never stop. You have to never give up. You have to show proof that you are just as competent and willing and able to do the job as anyone else. And there is nothing different about you because of who you love. So with that being said, my stigma is, I guess, man versus female in the gay community, so forth and so forth, whatever, I guess. But I related it to my military life. If you have any questions, as always, you can hit me up on my Facebook page on the right-hand side, whichever side that is. I get confused with this whole video whipping the whatever. It's on the right-hand side. It's over there. And then you can also send me emails or messages down at the bottom of the screen. You can always go to my personal YouTube page, which once again is on the right-hand side. You can follow me on Twitter. Send me a message. Do whatever you want. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And all will be well. So with that, I bid you a happy hump day. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's almost over. Friday is almost there. It's almost time to start drinking. I mean, wait, you don't drink if you're under the age of 21. And be safe if you do drink. I know it's kind of early for that. But whatever. I hope you all enjoyed Hump Day with Nicholas. Bye.